A Step into the Past Volume 13 Chapter 6 Book 13 Chapter 06 Shi Huang shows his might. There is a Qin court in the west of Xianyang Palace. Xiao Pan is seated on the dragon throne on a platform that was raised 3 steps above the ground. Li Si the imperial librarian is seated behind him. Empress Zhu Ji is seated 1 step below him. The high-ranking officials are seated on 2 rows on each side. On one side were Lu Buwei, Caize, Wang Wan, and Meng Ao, on the other side were Su Xian, Lu Gong, and Wang Ling. While they were in discussion over the Zhenqiu Canal, a serious-looking Lord Chongping came in to report that Xiang Xiaolong seeks an urgent audience. Everyone was caught by surprise. Xiao Pan had expected this and ordered Lord Chongping to bring Xiang Xiaolong in at once. Xiang Xiaolong strode in and paid his respects to everyone. He detailed the entire situation and added, "Initially, this matter falls under my personal responsibility. However, Lu Xiang kept demanding he wanted Premier Lu to judge him. As this matter concerned Premier Lu's reputation, I dare not act rashly and reported this to Crown Prince, Empress, and Premier Lu. Lu Buwei is so angry his face is almost green. He furiously scolded, 'Where is that son of AB1TCH?' From this sentence, everyone can sense how domineering Lu Buwei is. Under such a situation, the Crown Prince Xiao Pan should express his views first before others can comment. Apparently, Lu Buwei's comment is tantamount to insubordination. Moreover, he is scolding Lu Xiang like a parent and not like a high-ranking official. Xiao Pan was prepared and started, 'Right, Premier need not be angry first, we must first investigate and clarify all the details.' He turned to Zhu Ji and inquired, 'Empress, am I doing it correctly?' Zhu Ji looked down at the awe-inspiring Xiang Xiaolong and her eyes are filled with mixed emotions. Noticing Lu Buwei also winking non-stop at her, she slowly sighed, 'Yes. We shall let you decide.' Under such circumstances, she can only support her beloved son. Lu Gong and Su Xian were stunned that this young crown prince is capable of handling such a complicated case. Everyone can tell that this is actually a clash between Lu Buwei and Xiang Xiaolong. It can be an easy or complicated case. Xiao Pan suppressed his delight and ignored Lu Buwei. To Xiang Xiaolong, he calmly inquired, "Lu Bang did not successfully committed his act as he was stopped, but this attempted is still a serious crime. Does subject Xiang have any witnesses?" Xiang Xiaolong responded, "The young couple are right outside the hall. We can summon them and Crown Prince can question them." Caize interrupted, "The Crown Prince's time is precious and need not fret over such a small matter. The Law Bureau can handle this case. I suggest that we must first clarify whether Assistant Commander Lu was misled and thus clashed with Commander Xiang. The Imperial Army are 2 important pillars of our city defenses. It is important to maintain good relationships between them and bury the hatchet." These words are obviously meant to help Lu Xiang. Caize is an ex-premier and is well respected. If this was another case, Xiao Pan may relent, but in this case, he will push his way through. Su Xian and Lu Gong were about to say something but swallowed their words for the time being. Lu Buwei's expression relaxed. Just as everyone except Xiang Xiaolong and Li Si expected Xiao Pan to accept Caize's suggestion, this future Qin Shi Huang slammed his armrest and stood up. He stepped down to Zhu Ji's front and coldly retorted, "Subject Cai's words make no sense. Since Qin has undergone Shang Yang's reforms, we hold military law as our top priority. The strict chain of command and our obedient soldiers have made our Qin army invincible." He stepped down even lower to the lowest step and scanned the officials with his sharp eyes and officially state, "If someone violates the military law and is insubordinate, but we did not handle this matter well, it will have further repercussions on the morale of our soldiers. I will judge this case personally. If it is proven that Assistant Commander Lu is guilty, we will punish him according to military law." Everyone present was dazed as nobody imagined a young teenager using such strong and domineering words. Lu Bue and Zhu Ji reacted as if this is the first time they met Xiao Pan. Only Lusi is jumping for joy as these words originated from him. Lu Gong barked, "Great! This is befitting our crown prince." Strict military command with fair rewards and punishment has always been the backbone of our great Qin army. Xiao Pan smiled but was flustered when everyone is now staring at him. He hurriedly went back to his seat and in a weaker tone, he asked, "Does anyone else have anything to say?" Caize has been scolded by him and dare not voice his opinions. He lowered his head with dejection. Lu Bue was furious and was in a dilemma regarding Xiao Pan. He dared not rebut him as he knew that his words make sense. He could only look towards Zhu Ji and hoped that she will speak up for him. Zhu Ji knew that Lu Bue is hinting to her for assistance, but because the person involved is Xiang Xiaolong, she pretended not to notice his hints. Meng Ao dryly coughed. "Xiaolong and Lu Xiang are people that I am well acquainted with. By right, such a thing should not have happened. I am guessing that this could arise from the differences between the cavalry and the infantry. Moreover, both men are newly promoted and it can be easy for them to misunderstand each other." Zhu Ji finally nodded. Great General Meng's words make sense. Crown Prince must conduct this investigation properly and not affect the harmony of the Qin military. Lu Bue was relieved that Zhu Ji finally spoke out. He recommended, "This matter can be handed over to me. I guarantee that all violators will be punished accordingly." Xiao Pan, Xiang Xiaolong, and Li Si were at their wits' end. Su Xian, who has yet to speak, suddenly stood up and came to Xiang Xiaolong's side. He plainly stated, "I wish to leave with Xiaolong for a minute. When I am back, I will voice my opinions. Will Crown Prince please consent?" Except for Xiang Xiaolong, Li Si, and Xiao Pan, everyone else were shocked and wondered what he is up to. Xiang Xiaolong cheerfully left with Su Xian. Huang wanted to take this opportunity to say something, but Xiao Pan raised his hand to stop him, declaring, "Wait till the left premier is back." Huang did not expect Xiao Pan to be so forceful and swallowed his words. The court was strangely quiet. Everyone could not help looking at Xiao Pan and assessed him as if this is the first time they saw him. He still resembles a child but is extremely calm and confident. Sitting steadily in his throne, his eyes are shining mysteriously and no one can guess what he is thinking. Zhu Ji had to admit her own son is now a young man. For the past few days, she has been indulging with Lao Ai and enjoying the pleasures of the flesh, numbing herself from the harsh realities of life. In her extraordinary life, the four men who made an impact are King Zhuangxiang, Lu Bue, Xiang Xiaolong, and her son. But fate has caused her to share a complicated relationship with these men. Especially Lu Bue, who poisoned King Zhuangxiang to death and made her very guilty when she faced Xiang Xiaolong and Xiao Pan. Now, she must excruciating bear with Lu Bue to ensure the survival of herself and her son. Only Lao Ai can make her forget everything. In this instant, she can feel a big gap between herself and her son. She felt like she did not understand him as well as before. Lu Bue is feeling even more ironic. All along, he has been treating this son affectionately and did his best to cultivate him to be a useful man. In the future, this father and son team can control Qin hand in hand, unite the world and build an everlasting dynasty. That is one of the reasons he wants to kill Xiang Xiaolong. He will not allow Xiao Pan's love for him to be diluted. Never in his wildest dreams did he expect Xiao Pan to clash with him. In this instant, he clearly felt some sort of conflict. He has yet to see through that this is all part of an elaborate scheme conjured by Xiang Xiaolong, Xiao Pan, and Li Si. He simply assumed that Xiao Pan is judging this case based on the justice system. He is well aware of Lu Xiang's idiocy and incompetence. Otherwise, he will not make Guan Zongzi the main commander and Lu Xiang as the assistant commander. Xiang Xiaolong's elimination of Zhu Meng is a great blow to him and caused him to have some manpower issues. Now, Lu Xiang is in trouble too. Now, his main focus is to kill Xiang Xiaolong. No one must stand between him and his dream. Caize and Huang who switched sides to Lu Bue had a rude awakening and realized that the ultimate authority lies with Xiao Pan and not with Lu Bue, Empress Ji, or the other officials. As he grows up eventually, Xiao Pan will be the official king of Qin. Meng Ao's thinking is much simpler. His present success is due to Lu Bue's support and is fiercely loyal to him. His military prowess is as good as, if not stronger than Wang Ling, making him Lu Bue's biggest supporter. Regardless of what might happens, he will definitely stick to Lu Bue. Wang Ling's thinking more complicated. This great general of Qin is someone who favors war and expansion. Only by attacking the 6 states can he fulfill his life purpose. That is the reason he is leaning towards Lu Bue. Lu Bue is a courageous risk-taker and they have a common goal of annihilating the 6 states. Out of a sudden, he can sense that the young king is already exhibiting the same characteristics, ambition, and energy, forcing him to reconsider his options. Lu Gong, the most respected general, is someone who is an advocate of Qin supremacy and hated Lu Bue from the beginning. Due to Xiang Xiaolong, he has ditched his worries and believed that Xiao Pan is King Zhuangxiang's flesh and blood. With Xiao Pan's showing his might, he is even more convinced to support this future king. With everyone deep in their own thoughts, the room was strangely silent. In a short while, Su Xian and Xiang Xiaolong returned to the room. Xiang Xiaolong stood beside Wang Ling while Su Xian proceeded forward to face Xiao Pan. Su Xian and Xiang Xiaolong paid their respects and Su Xian started, I wish to inform Crown Prince and Empress that I can guarantee that this matter is not caused by a misunderstanding between the cavalry and infantry. Lu Bue is annoyed, how can left premier be so certain? In his usual affable manner, Su Xian disclosed, in the streets of Xianyang City, Lu Bang did harass the wife of a young man. I happened to pass by personally and stopped him. When I rebuke him, I can already sense that Lu Bang is dissatisfied. Just now, I went out to see if it was the same couple who was involved and it was them indeed. Therefore, it is definitely not the cavalry soldiers making a false accusation at Lu Bang. There are also credible witnesses who saw Lu Xiong barging into the cavalry command center to demand for his son. He was also the first one to draw a weapon and disobey his superior's orders. Finally, everyone understood his reason for leaving the room and even Meng Ao is speechless. Lu Bue wished he can personally strangle Lu Bang. Despite Su Xian ticking him off, he still got the guts to carry out this foolish deed. Xiao Pan coldly snorted, Lu Bang must have decided to kill the couple after his crime, thus, he wasn't concerned about left premier's advice. Everyone's heart turned cold, knowing that this young crown prince has a killing intention. This is the wondrous part of the plan. With Su Xian bearing witness, no one would guess that it was Jing Jun who masterminded Lu Bang's capture. Zhu Ji frowned deeply, Lu Bang is guilty of his crime, but how does left premier know that Lu Xiong drew his weapon first and disobeyed his superior's orders? Su Xian plainly state, because Ying Ying and Lu Danner are present and can verify this. Lu Gong was stunned, why is little Danner there? Lu Bue coldly laughed, can Xiaolong please explain this strange occurrence? Everyone's eyes turned to Xiang Xiaolong. Su Xian added, I have questioned Xiaolong about this. We need to summon Lord Chen Guen to give a proper explanation. Xiao Pan ordered, summon Lord Chen Guen. The palace guard at the door left to summon Lord Chen Guen. Receiving his order, Lord Chen Guen rushed over and paid his respects to everyone. He continued to reveal that Ying Ying and Lu Danner detained Xiang Xiaolong at the palace gates and wanted him to compete with them. Lu Bue's expression became very ugly. He stepped out and kneeled down, pleading, Lu Xiong is my man and it is my fault that he is insubordinate. Please punish me instead. Even Xiang Xiaolong is caught unaware by this turn of event. Lu Bue has shouldered the blame on himself and Zhu Ji will not allow Xiao Pan to make things difficult for Lu Bue. Zhu Ji expectedly interrupted, Premier please rise. Allow me to speak to the Crown Prince before we pass judgment. Lu Bue knew that Zhu Ji will protect him from Xiao Pan. He continued kneeling and agonizingly exclaimed, "Empress need not say more. I deserve to be punished." Zhu Ji secretly cursed him for putting on such an act but was helpless at the same time. She whispered to Xiao Pan, "Right Premier has accumulated many merits and may not be able to control his large forces well. Crown Prince must be lenient." Xiao Pan was expressionless and silent for some time while everyone sat there anticipating his judgment. Ultimately, he declared, "With right Premier's intervention, father and son Lu Xiong may be spared from death. But this matter concerns our military morale and everyone including Lu Xiong will be sacked from their military positions and can never rejoin the army. Lu Bang will be sentenced to 50 strokes of the pole for his attempted crime." As Lu Xiong's direct supervisor, Guan Zongzi did not set a good example and will be demoted by 1 rank. The Imperial Infantry Commander will be assigned to Commander Xiang for the time being. Right Premier, please rise. Zhu Ji is completely blown away and Lu Bue is completely swept off his feet. He unsteadily stood up and forgot to give his thanks. Xiang Xiaolong went forward and kneeled down, accepting his assignment. He secretly thought that this multiple combo attack which gave him control over the Imperial Infantry must have come from Li Si. Xiao Pan fiercely stood up and coldly barked, "This matter shall be decided then." Court dismissed. Everyone kneeled down immediately. Xiao Pan helped Zhu Ji up and they left with Li Si under the escorts of the palace guards. Xiang Xiaolong was experiencing mixed emotions. He knew that he, like the other generals and officials, have finally felt the forceful and suffocating aura of the future Qin Shi Huang. And he is still a teenager. To avoid Ying Ying and Lu Danner, he intentionally left with Lu Gong, Su Xian, and Wang Ling. The moment they stepped out of the hall, Lu Bue and Meng Ao are waiting for them. When they saw Xiang Xiaolong, Lu Bue assured, "Lu Xiong is the culprit behind this incident. The Crown Prince may have let him off lightly but I will censure him myself. Xiaolong need not hold it against him anymore." Lu Gong and the other generals were surprised at Lu Bue's forthcoming attitude. Only Xiang Xiaolong knew that Lu Bue is determined to kill him at the 3-day hunting fair that begins the day after tomorrow, which is why he is putting up a friendly demeanor. Moao and Guan Zongzi's assassination plan must be a flawless one that will take his life for sure. Xiang Xiaolong pretended to be embarrassed and apologized, "I am no other choice and seek Premier Lu's forgiveness." Lu Bue laughed loudly and chatted casually with Lu Gong and the rest. He then accompanied Xiang Xiaolong out of the palace, leaving Ying Ying and Lu Danner staring at him furiously and helplessly. Observing Lu Bue's friendly manner as if nothing had happened, Xiang Xiaolong was secretly in admiration. The most powerful strategy is to hide a knife behind your smile.